So today we're in my college town where I used to go to university in California.
Summer is going to show us around UC Berkeley. This is one of the biggest universities here. 10 years ago, she did her Ph.D. here.
I'm very nervous because I haven't been here in a very long time, but I'm very excited to show you everything. So this is actually where I used to live. This is my old home here. This is a private student housing. I actually found this when I just took a trip to Berkeley a few weeks before school began, and I just walked around everywhere. And I remember I walked past here and I loved the building so much that I was like, I need to live here. And you can actually see my room from here. So if you look on the second floor, there is a little window in the middle, and that was my room with a balcony that you are not supposed to sit on, but sometimes I would. And it's a really cute house. I think we were like 20 people in there, and it was a great community. I made so many friends. And a month before I found this, I just lived by myself on the other side of town. I was very lonely, so I was really happy that I could finally move into here.
So is this part of the university building?
So this is not the official dorm, because when I came here, the official dorm I think was fully booked back then, and I also don't think they had single rooms. So this is private student housing. Okay, yeah, well, this is my university building.
This was your university?
This was my university building. This used to be the Tolman Hall. That was a psychology building, and
it must have been very airy. They have a lot of open windows.
It was
already... must have been really nice to work in there.
It was already, I think, very old and probably broken when I was there, because they always were talking about construction that was to come soon. So they basically tore down my building after I was done with the PhD. And but yeah, I was really surprised when I saw this today too. I almost cried because it's all gone.
Actually, this house is pretty cool. They have a bench looking at the construction right here. That's a nice spot to hang out, I think.
That looks highly illegal. So this is where I used to go to psychology lessons. This is where I was part of the psychology lab for my PhD.
So all your memories are gone now. They destroyed it with the building.
From this building, yeah, but I have memories from the philosophy building and other buildings. So we can still I can still show you that.
But that's really cool that your house is just right here, just a few steps down, and then you had your psychology lab. So
yeah, I could literally fall out of bed. I don't know if you guys can feel the closeness, but I can literally fall out of my bed, roll down the street, and then be at class.
Yeah. How do you roll up? You can roll down. But
only down.
Only down.
So one time it was raining so much that Berkeley was kind of flooded. They seem to not have really good solution back then for water drainage. So the water was up so high here that you were walking up the hill through like a flood stream of water, like up to your ankles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Looks like it's all hills, so I don't know how they had a flood.
Like it's all coming down from the top of the hill to the bottom.
So where are we going now?
So now we're entering the campus. We're entering from the north side.
Yeah.
And I want to take you to my favorite coffee shop. So this used to be my favorite cafe? No, okay.
Coffee shop.
This used to be my favorite coffee shop on campus. This is a free speech movement cafe.
Why is it called free speech movement?
You're asking difficult questions.
She was not a good student.
No, it's because I studied sociology and psychology, not history. History only in bachelor.
Okay.
So I think
I'll Google it later and find out.
Yeah, I think it originated here, and it definitely was like a very prominent place for the free speech movement. But I got you're already drinking it.
Yeah,
I got my exact order that I used to get 10 years ago. This is a chai latte, or sorry, if you're from India, this is just a chai.
It's
chai tea.
It's very light chai tea. It's more like hot water mixed with milk and a little bit of sugar.
And a marble bundt cake. This is so good.
That's a cake?
Yeah, it's so good. It's like spongy, wet bundt cake.
I don't know about that. This doesn't even look like cake.
I mean, I could probably bake a better one.
It feels very oily.
Back then I loved it. I would just sometimes come here and just sit on a table and I would make friends. I remember actually it's funny because two of my girlfriends I made here, they were originally from India, Vanita and Shivani. And I met them at Free Speech Movement Cafe and they just sat across from me and they just started talking to me. And they were super nice. And one of them, her boyfriend was like a big shot in the fraternity. So there's like a big fraternity culture here in Berkeley also, which then meant that I was also invited to frat parties. And
that's cool. You know what? This chai tea tastes like they added tulsi in it.
Tulsi?
Tulsi. There's definitely some tulsi in it. But it doesn't taste like tea though. So.
Okay. Oh, I love it. So good.
I give it a 2 out of 10.
The memories. It's just the memories.
I think the memories are clouding your vision, baby.
I also took lectures in this building. I was going to show you guys another building where I took lectures. They're also tearing that one down.
Yeah, well, that was completely gone.
Yeah.
So basically, the two main buildings where Summer spent her time in this university,
they had to burn it down afterwards. I really like this cafe because it's surrounded by huge, tall trees and it has this very big balcony. There's also an indoor part of the coffee shop where you can sit inside, but it's really hard to get a seat. You just have to be lucky or wait until somebody leaves and then sneak right in. It's really cramped and you're sitting next to a lot of people.
It's also very dark inside.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they make it dark, because they don't want too many people hanging out inside.
So this coffee shop is right next to the undergraduate library. And so I would always come here. I would go to the library first, pick out all the books I need for studying, and then sit here and eat my cake and drink my chai and study. And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to Berkeley when I did my Ph.D. was because they have a huge library and a lot of the newest studies and like the newest papers to the topic that I was studying, they were all from here. They came from
did the research here.
They did the research here. They came from this university.
Honestly, this cake tastes like gas station cake.
So right behind me is the southern entrance gate to the university, and we're going to go there in a minute. And once we pass through the gate, we come to a plaza, and this is a really cool spot because it's usually very, very crowded there, and that's where all the clubs and all the fraternities, sororities, I don't know, the singing clubs, the acapella clubs. I don't know if you guys know the movie Pitch Perfect, but this is exactly the spot in Berkeley where you'd find the real student acapella groups. They will oftentimes perform here and sing songs. It's really cool. When I was going here, I really wanted to join, but I wasn't here for long enough. All the extra scholarly activities that you can join in Berkeley, they basically advertise out there. Bible study groups, whatnot, everything that you can join here, you will find advertisement for that there. They all have booths there. A lot of times when I would walk past here, there would be also hip-hop dance groups performing, and there are a couple of like very prestigious hip-hop groups, and actually one time I even went to a casting for it. That was around here, like an audition to join the club, but oh my god, it was really advanced. And especially during rush time, that's the time when the sororities are taking in new members. It's just very, very crowded there. Also, a lot of times you can find good snacks, and there's another restaurant. But yeah, let's go check it out.
So it looks like we're entering some kind of a town.
So basically behind us is now the downtown, Telegraph Street or Avenue, I think. This is basically where all the nice and cool shops are. And then behind here, this is the plaza that we just walked, and there's the big southern gate. That's like the entry gate to the university. Cool. But I want to take you with me to town and show you a few of my favorite spots. Okay, we're already here. This is one of my favorite spots. This is a Japanese bakery. They have really good treats and everything looks very cute. Let's go check it out.
Whoa, look at these.
I know. Wow. Mini pork some baby. I really like sesame, black sesame, mooncakes. But I also really like these buns. You don't like pineapple, but like these fluffy buns. I love these pudding tarts.
Curried pork
some onion twist. That looks like something I could have baked. Moon-shaped chocolate one.
Oh.
Look, isn't this what you like?
Wait,
Tutti frutti?
what?
Oh, I thought
no,
this was
it's not.
this
That's
pork.
green onions, I think.
Oh, sorry.
Look at this one.
Okay, so this store behind me on the other side of the street that sells everything with the university logo on it. And I used to be addicted to clothing that had the university logo on it. I think I know every store in town that sells anything with the logo on it, with the Berkeley sign, with the emblem, with the bear. So
Did you come here every day?
yeah, not every day, but I came here a lot. Especially I think the month before I moved into the dorm, like before I found friends. This is what I did for like emotional comfort. I'd go to a bookstore, or I would go to this store. Guys, it's a Monday today. It's not okay. Monday closed, Tuesday closed, Wednesday closed. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? That's very disappointing. Okay.
Bare basics. You're really bare basics.
I am so sad right now. Okay, I need to find a different store.
I just found something really cool. Take a look at this. How many of you guys know what this means? Crazy, huh?
So this would be one of my most frequented spots here. 4th floor of books, and all the books that I couldn't find in the library, a lot of times I could find them here. And yeah, they have a lot of cool finds. So let's go check it out. Mushrooms. I don't know if you can shoot in here. So we can shoot here, but we have to be very quiet. So everybody be quiet. They have a lot of like rare books and cool coffee table books, like giant books. I found a really cool book back then here about Berkeley itself that I brought home from my mom. A lot of really good like non-fictional books, like, you know, research papers or books on that collect studies in them. You can also find them here. Look at this, guys. I'm obsessed with pie baking. How much is this? Lessons in fruit, flour, and butter. One thing, okay, that's my pet peeve. It's a baking book. It's a cookbook. Why does it not have photos inside? That's not all right. So this store has 4 floors of book.
This book has a connection with my past. I went to a flight school in California, but it's about 2 hours from here. So if this video gets 1 million views, we are going to the flight school.
And are we gonna fly?
We're gonna fly.